get fucking cream the crop seat here though. This is fucking awesome. I'm hyped. This is great. So cool.
What's up, guys? So if any of you guys don't know me, introduce me as this, this candy entrepreneur. I don't know who you're expecting. This is the guy, okay? So who here has heard kind of like my story before of kind of how I got started and know kind of the most of it? All right.
I realized that after having some events and things like that, via the YouTube channel and having the gym, I knew that the community feel was so much more, like that experience, that crappy show experience I had could have been light years better. And so we started Summer Shredding so that we could literally elevate that experience from the competitor perspective.
And from talking with them, it seemed like there was 2 or 3 kind of main things that they were struggling with. And I imagine probably a lot of also y'all have the same struggles. So rather than just picking a talk and going with it, I want to ask you guys to make sure that I'm speaking about something that's going to resonate with the most of you. So I have 3 different options here. And as I say each of these, if you're interested in hearing about it, put your hand up.
So one of my my biggest question is right now where I'm from in Canada, I've explained to some of these guys that there's lots of like a crab in a bucket mentality where if I'm trying to crab in a bucket mentality. So if you're not familiar, there's put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, one tries to escape, they'll always try and pull the other one down, not letting one succeed. Where I'm from, let's say I buy a camera to vlog with, everyone's like, why'd you spend money on that? What are you doing? So my thing is trying to get away from, not necessarily get away, but is it smart? Like I know David's gone to Spain and stuff like that and moved away, but is it beneficial to move away from those people and get away from that environment? Or should I just try and focus on myself and just stay in that environment because like my family's there and there are things tying me there. But my struggle is, do I stay, do I go? Like do I pull away from that? Or do I just embrace and kind of just focus more on myself?
I think Max, you probably have a perspective on this.
Heck yeah, I do, man. So you're specifically talking about like trying to get a content creation, feeling like people are pulling you down, like in terms of like what you're trying to achieve, right?
With a lot of it, like most things.
Man, when I started YouTube videos and whatnot, I would go to like a parties. I got invited to a lot of parties. I'd go to like events or whatever, and I had all my friends were like ragging on me, of like making fun of me, of like, why are you doing this? It's so dumb. Especially like I'd be like, oh, Max, you like flexing your biceps in your room, man. You're like filming yourself in the gym, right? Like I got ragged on like so much. But I tell you, those are the same people that are like congratulating you, after you continue to put in the work and put in the efforts over time, man. Bro, you're gonna have so many people that a lot of times like insecurities of others are gonna come out when you start doing something that's different, that's pushing yourself, especially if, I don't know, the town that you're from, or everyone's kind of like, everyone has this very like structured, they do this, then they do that. That's like this, like the path you follow in life. When the first person tries to like flap their wings and kind of go right when everyone's going left, you're gonna have all these people that are like almost the non-believers of like the way you're going, because like that's not the normal way. Like, no, you gotta go left. Why are you going right? And it's like, you just gotta keep your head on straight, and like you have that mindset of like what you want to do. And even when I started, like I didn't have the end goal of like what it was. I always said to my my girlfriend at the time, she was like, why are you doing this YouTube thing, right? Because I wasn't making any money from it. I was like, didn't have any followers at the time. And my answer was always, I don't know what the end goal is. I feel in my heart that this is the way that I'm gonna get there. I don't know what the mission is, but this is the path that I'm choosing to go, and I want to stick on it because I believe in what I'm doing and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So I think you just say, I don't think you necessarily need to move away. I think you need to just believe in yourself enough and have the confidence to stick through it. But if you have a bunch of people with eyes on you, like, prove them wrong. Like, make that like kind of the fire under your ass to get out there and make the sickest content possible and like change your life.
I will add to that though, like Maxx, you ended up moving to Houston, right? And I think if you end up networking with a lot of people, maybe from this event, maybe from whatever that may be, but if you do find that like there's another place on this world where you have more like-minded individuals, and you think that will really help you, spread your wings per se, then I think there's nothing to lose, man. I mean,
Yeah,
so-
I moved to be closer with like-minded. I didn't move to get away from like people that were like against what I did. So I think if you have a purpose of why you're moving, like what I did with, I mean, I moved because of this guy, really. So
I think moving could be a catalyst, but like I knew I wanted to get out of Boston. There wasn't too many people I related with there who were doing anything similar to me. But I didn't use it as an excuse not to start. You know, I still started. I still took the judgment, and then I moved when I was able to. The moving can help, but it's not a reason to put things off.
I just feel being around, like, let's say these guys, for example, there's lots of support. Like, I can ask questions like this, and it's valuable feedback. Whereas where I'm from in Canada, I ask them like this, like, hey man, like, should we do a vlog over? Like, why do you always have your camera? Why are you always doing that? And so it makes it tough to keep doing the things I want to do because the environments I'm, I guess, choosing to be in aren't really supportive.
you're gonna get that with everything, man. Whether
I guess,
whether
yeah.
we filming this, whether we starting a business when everyone has corporate jobs, like you know, hey, let's go out tonight. Be like, I can't. I got to work on this business. Why are you doing that, bro? You're barely even making any money. Like it's you're always gonna have people, you know, crabbing you down, man. But become the king crab, and then be like, fuck this bucket.
Crap, I like that.
Fuck this bucket, dude.
It's a good question. I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to that. Yeah. It's but when I started YouTube, I had 2 roommates at the time, and both of them were like, I remember because I didn't even have a tripod at first. I literally had a ladder that I put a camera up. It's like when you extend the ladder, the little flat part comes out. I put my camera on the flat part of the ladder and film, and I'd be in the living room. They'd walk by and be like, bro, you're such a fucking loser. Like, this ain't gonna. They legitimately were gonna try and stage like an intervention with everyone I knew to tell me not to do YouTube, like keep going down my career. But you could use the crab analogy. The analogy I would have used would be like, it's like kind of put yourself on an island, right? I was okay just kind of working on things in isolation by myself. And then when I could move, I did move.
Thank you.
Why'd you buy a ladder, not a tripod?
I was using what I had.
double purpose. Like spending time on.
So like not the end goal, but
Yep. Not at all. I don't know what my end goal is.
There you go. He's not done. He's not done.
Oh, being spoiled. Mama Guzman, look at that. Mama Guzman. So, I totally forgot to vlog the chocolates. They're in my belly now. A little piece of taco, but it was delicious.
Where is my bag?
Fucking delicious. I'm hyped. So I just had like a 20-minute conversation with Maxx Chewning. We're just talking about life, YouTube, content, business. And then we did a flex off. I'm small compared to those boys. Max and David. I thought, I'm comparable, but maybe I'll throw up the picture here. If I don't, sorry. You're just gonna stare at a blank wall, but or a window, I guess. But either way, I thought I could hold them on my own. Strength is there though, but the size, I gotta put on more weight. But I can't eat that much. That's my problem. Like I eat very little and I feel overly full. So I need to work on that. However, if Mama Guzman was cooking for me all the time, I mean, Dean creates some really good food. Actually, it's a me thing. What do you mean these tacos? I don't know what it means, but muy bien. Hell yeah. I don't even know if I'm in it, but we'll get one.